Hi, my name is Claudia and I did my internship at Studio 10. I started my internship on Friday the 16th of November and I'm currently in my 12th week out of 15 weeks to complete my 105 hours required for this unit. Our day usually starts off with a bright and early start of 6:45 AM. We collect the key to our space where props, costumes, giveaways and utensils are stored for the show, which we named the Hub. Inside is a freezer where pies and muffins are kept to be given to the live studio audience that come in every day. We set up their little area by placing the pies and muffins in an oven warmer, fill up the hot water thermostat, arrange the coffee, tea, sugar, sauce, spoons, cups and napkins on the table, and get the milk out of the fridge. The weekly pie and muffins order recently got changed to Friday, so we have to arrange to place that all in the freezer for the coming week. We then give the security guards a list of names of the attendees, then wait for Alicia to tell us what needs to be done before the show starts. This can be numerous things, from going up to RGA and Coles to buy products that will be used in the show for props and cooking segments, writing the next week's newsletter that gets sent around to the usual audience attendees about what is in store for the week ahead. We also make and create props and costumes for the show, like dog ears for Jono's Friday quiz, floor sign for the 1950s theme show, slime to resemble whale snot for a segment, and items to melt during a science experiment on a really hot day. During the show, we are constantly running around to get, make, or create items, or even find stuff in the pretty packed hub. Towards the end of every show, there's a cooking segment. We help the chef prepare the food as they have a short amount of time on camera. We collect all the utensils they require and set up and design their placement on the table. Once the segment is over, we wash up all the dirty utensils and give the chef back what they brought along. After that, we set up the giveaway table. We work out the number of how many people came that day and organise and lay it out on the table. This can sometimes be confusing if there isn't enough products ordered or we have to individually make up the giveaway bag. At the end of the show, we hand out these giveaways to the audience and collect back their tickets. We then do a final clean-up of any dirty props and clean up the audience waiting area. Then Alicia goes into our meeting, and during that time we go and check dispatch for any mail or giveaways that have been delivered and use a trolley to store them in the hub to be used at a later show or return any costumes to be couriered back to the company. During the Christmas period, there was a lot of decorating and taking down of decorations and Christmas trees. When we weren't busy, we would tidy up the hub by placing old leftover giveaways either at the back or compact them all into one box and put the ones to be given out soon in an easily accessible spot, or Alicia might ask us to take them back to her desk. The afternoon will follow by other tasks Alicia needs us to do for the Monday show and preparing for that. This can be looking for ingredients and utensils in our hub, whether we need to go and buy some more or things we don't have already. We may need to make some props for the Monday show or look for costumes in the hub. Once all tasks are required for that day are done, we are free to leave. What helped me throughout my studies at university before taking on this internship was learning all the roles in TV production. This allowed me to have an understanding of what each person did on set when having to help them, and also allowed me to watch the hectic chaos but also control environment at the same time, and how they resolve problems. For example, when one of the chefs forgot all her ingredients and I had 10 minutes to collect it all for her, we were able to manage to push the time back for a segment and resolve the problem. I never really looked into TV production until university, and being able to work behind the scenes made me enjoy it even more. I liked how precise and organised everything was because I do this show 5 days a week for over 5 years, and the tricks of the trade like pre-recordings and how they interact to make it all seem like it's live. Being able to actually experience it first on hand made me enjoy this profession even more, and I know being more practical can help me learn new skills and learn from my mistakes. Morning shows are ideal for the community as they provide first-hand information to the public visually. Like how I learnt in media memory how iconic photographs are understood to be essential representations of important historical events, they evoke strong emotional and symbolic connections, and they are reproduced across a wide range of media, genres and topics. This is established in how I see the same familiar faces of the audience who come every week. They don't just enjoy watching the show, but they also have created a family and take the time out of their days to get up early and create the atmosphere of being the only morning show with a live studio audience. It's what makes Studio 10 stand out from the rest of them, and how they interact with their audience through social media posts and polls. Ideally, I wish this internship would have allowed me to be more hands-on with cameras, as I want to do cinematography. I understand there's a lot of pressure on them, and it isn't the best situation to have an intern doing the work, especially when it's live TV. However, I wish I could have gotten a little bit more practice. I did, however, look at the cameras they use, and they are very similar to the ones we used at uni, so that was helpful to see a proper production using the same equipment as us, and something I'm confident in using. We got to talk to a couple of the workers, and they suggested the idea of starting off with freelancing, as that's what they did. It It offers you experience while also getting paid, but it isn't placing you into that full-time job and allows you to have the freedom and balance of your lifestyle. What I can take away from doing this internship is a step in the door for applying for jobs in my industry. They can see that I've completed an internship at a proper production and spent the time to further develop my skills and understanding of the industry I want to eventually work in.